Well, today we're going to go for a ride around Bang Wad Lake, which is one of the spots that I walk. It's 6 kilometers all the way round, and it normally takes me about an hour and 15 minutes to get around there at my crippled old pace, but won't take that long on a bike. Now, normally I just go down there across the dam, but I can't do that because you can see there's a gate in the way. So what we're going to do is just take a short detour to the other side of the dam. Hope nothing's coming. Indeed it isn't. So this is another experiment today. I'm experimenting to see whether my new wireless mic that I got with my Pocket 3 is going to be suitable for making GoPro videos on the bike, because it's not only a wireless mic, it's an audio recorder. And so at least two things could go wrong here. Number one, there's too much wind noise, and number two, it won't record. I tried doing this a couple of days ago and I faffed around so much, and it turned out I just hadn't put the bloody mic in to record when I thought I had. So once again I'm going to have to reshoot the whole scene. So on my channel you get 100% honesty and accountability. Yeah, right. If I make a mistake, I own up to it and let you know. So I don't know about the wind noise. There's these dead cats that they put on these wireless mics are actually very, very good, but this one is an unknown quantity to me, and there's an awful lot of wind noise on a bike, which won't be so bad today. Right, we're now on the other side of the dam, and this is where we continue. I'll keep the speed down so that we get a halfway decent video, and I'll keep the wind noise down too. So here we go. Got to be careful, there are still people walking around at this time of day. It's about 10:30 now, so all the morning walkers have gone and departed. Well, most of them. That's an Isan crap hole up there. For many years there was a family living in it, but they've moved out now and it's been empty for quite some time. So but there are quite a few residual walkers, so we'll see how we go. I've got to be, you know, as I said, I've got to be careful. There's no hard and fast rules on which side of the road they're going to be walking either. I must admit, when I'm walking down here, I'm always on the left hand side here, because I don't want to be I don't want to go around a blind turning and be confronted by an oncoming nutty cyclist or a biker. But a lot of the other people walking around here, they there was a big landslip there. Luckily the road didn't give way, but just the ground on the side of the lake all slipped away, so it's really unsafe. And this is what I call the 1 mile gate, because it's 1 mile from the start. I measured it on my GPS. So already we're a quarter of the way around. And it's 6 kilometers, 4 miles. So yeah, a lot of the walkers, they walk on this side of the road over there. Same as we were advised to do back in Britain. But I just don't find it as safe. That was a little waterfall there which flows regularly, and people sort of left offerings to some kind of water deity there. And up this road up here, they spent some time gouging out the forest. I thought, oh God, fucking it up again. But luckily, it's all largely grown back now. I think they wanted to plant palm oil trees in there, which is a big source of income for farmers in Thailand. Quite a few people still walking around here this morning. I normally come here about midday, and by that time it's pretty well deserted until 4:30, 5 o'clock, when the evening shift turns up, and for a couple of hours then it's bedlam around here. I avoid it like the plague. But early afternoon here is very, very quiet. There's a lot of people live in here, just off this road. I'm not sure if they closed the gate that I rode through. There are 2 gates on this side. I think they might close those at night, so how these people get out if they need to after dark, I don't know. There must be another road that goes over the hill. That's the danger I like to avoid, going around a blind bend and coming slap back in up against someone that's walking or running. I reckon it's dead dangerous. I think we're coming up to, it all looks different on the back of the bike. No, this is my halfway point. This point here is exactly 3 kilometers or 2 miles around. It's a very pleasant ride. See a lot of people riding around here. I almost never do. I'm only doing it now just to make this video. Oh my God. What the hell's going on here? Someone's got something special in mind. Lots of people use it for filming. Maybe that's what they're doing. Wow, way too energetic for me. That's the first bike wash. The reason I call it that is there used to be two waterfalls around here that people used to use to wash their motorbikes with. Now that one has been fenced off with Armco, so they don't use it anymore. But the next one that we're coming up to round this corner, I call the second bike wash, and that is still in use for people washing their bikes. Oh, and them as well. You get whole families up here. They come up and have their morning bathe in the water. That's why. Don't knock it. It's great in a red hot part of the day. Lovely cool water. And here we are. This is the second bike wash, just right here. And there was a huge landslip there a year or so ago. Well, a whole part of that hill gave way in the torrential, persistent rain. But it is growing back. But I wouldn't like to own a building up there. This is what I call the caf, because there is like a cafe there. And now this is the final third of the walk. Just round here we've got a place what I call the titular temple, which is right here. At the bottom of the lake, which is over there, there used to be, before they flooded it, a little shrine, and of course it disappeared under the water, so they built that temple back there as a place for the god to live. This is the primeval stream. The people that live here turned it into a really nice little resort and cafe. But it's always closed now, so I guess there wasn't enough customers to keep at least the cafe open. You're smiling at me this morning? This whole area subsided into the lake, so they had to rebuild that side of the road completely. It took them weeks and weeks. Subsidence around here in the rainy season is always a big issue. Be interesting to see how this turns out, if it turns out. Well, if it turns out halfway decent, you will get to see it. If you never see this, it was a disaster and it wasn't worth doing. But I did shoot a video going into Patong Beach yesterday, and the actual video part of it came out really well. The audio didn't work because of what I said before, and the GoPro audio, the GoPro mics, especially if they're inside a weatherproof housing, are absolutely useless. But there's just about enough there for me to use as a guide track. So, and this is where they terraced all of this here, completely gutted it, because this all used to be jungle right up to the road. But thank God it is growing back again. To weave my way through the walkers here. Yeah, so there'll be just about enough on that Patong Beach ride to use as a guide track, so I can replace the narration in post-production. I'll use this little wireless mic here to get the same audio quality as this, if it turns out all right. This is home straight. Coming down, we're now just approaching the other side of the dam. And right, this is where we started, so I'll halt the bike and halt the video. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Much nicer walking it.